It is the third and final stage of the Tour of Chongming Island, and the weather has changed for the better. The rain has passed and the sun is back with hot temperatures. Also, today a bunch sprint is expected, so intermediate sprints should play a big role in today's fight for the yellow jersey.
Yeah, I think there's some very clear goals going into today. I mean, we're pretty far down in GC, but the time, I mean, it's a sprinter's race. It's all pretty close. So we have 3 intermediate sprints and then the finish today. So I think like all teams out there, we'll be looking at grabbing some of those as well.
Yeah, I expect again a bunch sprint because it's really hard to get in a breakaway here. So yeah, we want to go for a bunch sprint again. It's also nice to have a top 10 in the GC, and when you get some seconds, it's easy to come into the GC. So yeah, we want to give it a try again.
The peloton starts a 112-kilometer race with a 31-kilometer loop before heading into 7 laps of 11.5 kilometers. Right from the start, the Li Ning Star Ladies team of race leader Hannah Tserak are leading the bunch. The Belarusian rider has an early goal. She's all in for the Queen of the Mountain sprint after 7 kilometers. Wins it and therefore also conquers the climber's jersey. A few riders try to break away from the bunch, but nobody manages to get away. And then Chiara Consonni and Milena de Zoete fight for the first intermediate sprint, with the Dutch woman taking 3 and the Italian 2 bonus seconds. Now de Zoete is virtual overall leader of the race, but just 2 laps later Consonni turns the table. She wins the second intermediate sprint and sneaked past de Zoete into the virtual yellow jersey now. The race is not slowing down on the next laps, and peloton stay all together for the third and final intermediate sprint. At the end of lap 4, it is Maggie Coles-Lister who crosses the line first, but more importantly, de Zoete takes 2 bonus seconds for second place, and now leads the overall ranking by 1 second ahead of Consonni. Into the finale, some riders try to attack, but again, nobody can get a real gap. All come back together, and then the peloton decides to slow down and prepare themselves for the final bunch sprint of the week to fight with fresh legs for a stage victory. UCIWWT builds the lead out for de Zoete, but the Dutch woman loses contact and is boxed in further back. And that means that Marta Fidanza has to take on Consonni in the sprint for the win, but she's very early in the wind. Consonni finds a gap at the barriers and sprints past her compatriot to win the third and final stage of the Tour of Chongming Island.
It was super nervous. We know that every girl on the top 10 in GC did the sprint, and yeah, I tried to do the first 2 sprint, and then the third was super chaotic one, and I didn't do. But yeah, I really believe in me and in my team in the last one, and we try to win, and we win. I must say thanks to my team because day by day we improve. We know that. We are not the best in lead out, but yeah, now I think I must say thanks to them because support me every day, and that's also for her help that I win also today.
Chiara Consonni wins the third and final stage of the Tour of Chongming Island ahead of Daria Pikulik and Marta Fidanza. And with the win and the intermediate bonus second wins, Chiara Consonni is also the overall leader of the Tour of Chongming Island. Milena de Zoete is second, 9 seconds behind the Italian rider. Daria Pikulik completes the podium. No changes in the UCI Women's World Tour leader classification. Although not racing in China and with only 1 more race to go, Demi Vollering still leads ahead of her teammates Lotte Kopecky and Marlon Reuser. Also no changes in the UCI Women's World Tour Young Rider classification. Shireen van Anrooy still leads ahead of her teammate Gaia Arealini, and Maaike van der Duin is still third. 1 more race to go to complete the 2023 UCI Women's World Tour season.